Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online on the legendary server. We are outside Oscarith, just outside, and we have some quests in the surrounding area to do. We have the Book 10 chapter, or Book 2 chapter 10 rather, we're not jumping that far ahead, which is wanting us to kill or get some sigils from some Gaunt men in this little area over here. So that's the little ruins area. We also have a few others, like Manslayer, that is, or Manslayers, basically kill some orcs. Master of the Lash also kill some orcs, which is going to be, I think, just in this area down here, should encompass all of those. Iron Jaws, which is all around, which is basically kill wargs. We have to defeat 12 wargs, hopefully, assuming they drop everything. And we have oatmeal problems as well. I'm not going to assume that I can, I'm going to complete oatmeal problems today. It's a level 30 quest. But it's just like, the fact that we have to go to the Forsaken Inn is the main thing behind it. It's like quite a ways out, you know, we have to go out of our way to get there, and I'm not really sure it's particularly worth it. I don't know if we have any other quests. No. Well, we have Goblin Leader, we still have Nishruk to go defeat. Ooh, look at that lens flare. But yeah, we want to just be going around and doing this. We need to collect orc swords. Obviously, we've got a slaughterer to kill, which I think is that green quest ring over there. But if we can just run around, kill these, and then maybe go kill some Gaunt men. It's only 5, so we should hopefully be able to do that. But again, today is another case of we want to utilize the bonus XP and the double XP as much as we can. We're still in that nice little area of time where we've got the, even though we've got the 60% story pace thing, we have recognition, we also have Gift of the High Elves and bonus XP available, which is really helping us with our leveling. So we want to, as I said, use that to our advantage as much as we can. Floating names are not supposed to be off. We've been getting some nice drops, I've noticed. Like, they're not too great in terms of what we can use. We can't use shields, and we're not level 28. We're only 27. Maybe at the end of today we'll be 28. But, yeah, we've been getting some interesting drops. Might be useful. Yeah, we've lost the novice mark. That was a thing. I don't know if it was... You can trade that over, can't you? No, not anymore. Okay. I don't know if you could change it over yet. No. I was also thinking it's possibly worth trying to get the, Stone of the Hornberg, I think it was called. The pocket item that gave you bonus XP. But at the same time, I'm not sure if it's something I want to spend LOTRO points on this server. Yes, I had it on, you know, Arkenstone, but that was, you know, 100% base XP, whereas this is 60% base XP. I'm not really sure it's worth it. Also, I just realized we haven't opened our Hobbit gift yet. And we've already got a Traveler's Steelbound loot box. Really? Let's have a look at what we've got, though. I did completely forget. I meant to, and then got distracted. Okay, time to pile silver scraps. I think we already had one. No, we didn't. Just in a spare spot. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Does make me think, looking at this, we definitely need to clear our inventory out. I need to go over my inventory, just because, again, from last episode, there was a few, like, items that were better. I just had forgotten to equip them. I think I've got them all now. It's just I'm a little bit... Yeah, I just need to make sure. Though, speaking of items like that, we're going to get a new thing here. I'm not sure if it's... Okay, plus 10 power is not worth it for the extra thing anyway. I'm just trying to think... We need to get, obviously, a new sword, so we'll swap out Defender's Blade on this one, is what we'll get. I wonder if I can make the jump. Yes, we can. So we'll get the Defender's Blade for this quest. That's 15 might, 15 agility. So we get a 15 agility boost, which isn't a huge deal on top of Defender's Brigand's Blade. But we do get the extra damage increase. It's what, like 14.1 DPS extra. And then for this, we get some... no, they're light, actually. We probably won't change those over. And then over here we've got a jacket which has quite a decent amount of armor but less vitality, so it's really not worth in that regard. Okay, I thought this was the enemy that we wanted to kill, but it's the Slaughterer, not the Berserker. And then that doesn't really give us anything. But yeah, that's like a pretty decent amount of armor, especially for medium. So if we had a heavy equivalent, that would be probably 1,300, 400 maybe. That'd be quite good. What I might do, actually, I'm going to take Oatmeal Problems off my tracker, and I'm going to put Wild Attack on, a wild thing, which is the land crit hits with Wild Attack. We've apparently done 2, or 2 since I last looked. So that could have been we did 1 today, 1 last episode, or it was just we've done 2 today. But it'll be nice to see it increment up, especially since we are so close. And we will be getting... What do we actually get out of that? Just 5 LOTRO points, but it does go towards the... this one? No, this one? Yeah, Wild Thing, which gives us an extra class trait point, which is obviously quite worth it. So we want to be using it as much as we can. You're not who I want. Okay, let's go in here and this. And yeah, just as much AoE as we can. I don't know how much morale this guy has. It looks like quite a lot. But yeah, okay, that's not much. It's just because we're not like focusing attacks on him, I don't think. Right, you do though. You have a decent chunk of morale. So I'm gonna wait for my morale to go up. I think that's enough. And then we're just going to do what we can. I probably should have attacked him with an arrow first, done Let's Fly. But I think we're pretty good with our damage now. I'm pretty happy with where we are for the moment. So, I mean, if I can kill this guy, I can probably go back killing the other enemy of whatever it was, the goblin leader, even if now getting the Deputy's Trinket isn't actually that worth it. So... that's those defeated. What else do we need to do? We need to just kill more angered Tar Crypts and Dreadful. So a couple more Dreadful, quite a few more Angered. So we can just run around. You don't count, but you do count towards the other one. So I want to be focusing on obviously the named ones that we are focusing on, that we need to actually defeat. And then I guess we'll run around, hopefully kill some Wargs. But I might not focus on the Wargs. I'm thinking about going over to Gauntmen. I think if we want to focus on Wargs though, there was that area where all the Wargs spawned. Like a little bit over here. It might be that one. Or it could be this area here, I think. But we might have a quick look, because there was that area where I can guarantee they're going to spawn rather than just having to hope I see them. Right, so 3 more enemies I need to kill, assuming they all drop. We've still got quite a lot to go for advanced Slayer Deed, so that's a little annoying, but, you know, it's something you eventually get to, or come back for later. We don't really care for the ones that are berserked, we just want angered. So I wonder if I Let's Fly on you. Okay, no, you will aggro both. That is something I did expect to happen. I just had a little bit of hope that it wouldn't. So, just hopefully defeat these guys before that Berserker comes back. This should get us up to 20 things. Let's Fly on you to not aggro the Berserker. So yeah, we've completed Master of the Lash. We can actually take that off our tracker for the moment because it's going to confuse it. We need to kill one more Angered, which is there, and a few Dreadfuls, so 4 more Dreadfuls. So what I'm going to do is come in here, defeat these 2 at the same time, because again, Berserkers, especially now that we've done the Orc Swords, Master of the Lash and stuff, isn't a huge deal for us. I would have thought, like, I would have got one by now, but I guess not. I guess I'll defeat you. Oh, I don't even need to kill... What? That was so dumb of me. I don't actually need to kill any more Angered. I guess for the deed, it's all worth it. Plus, they're humanoids, so they can drop scroll cases, which I guess is something we're looking for, at least. Even if they're not useful for us ourselves. And getting Greater Atheus Aetherius, whatever, essences. Morale potions, essentially. Interior quest location. Interesting. Oh, I didn't think I actually aggroed you. There's a door. I'm not going to go in it, because I don't want to get too sidetracked from what I want to be doing, but... hopefully we can find 2 more Dreadful, which are basically the ones with the bows, I think, is from what I understand, what they are. So the Angered are the melee. And then the Dreadful are the arranged, I think. Oh, I see one over there. How many do we have to kill? 2 more. Ah, we actually landed a critical hit at some point. I think it's probably a bad thing that we're, like, focusing on it more. Like, we put it on the tracker and stuff. I feel like it's just going to be me constantly watching it, assuming it's going to happen. But I think having it up there at least gets me to think about it more, so I'm actually using the skill. Because I have a feeling that, you know, eventually if I don't do that now, I'm going to forget the skill exists and then never use it. Which means I'll never get it. Oh, while we did that, we got Swift to Anger. So that was this one. These 1,000 Swift Strikes or Swift Blade, which gives us the class Deed Tier 1, 3 of 3 completed. So if we can get 2 of those completed, both the ones we have completed today, or I guess in the next couple of episodes. If we could get it today, that would be amazing, but I don't think we're going to land 5 crit hits. For the other ones, it's just use the skill. These, it's a little bit more luck-based, like you have to crit to use it. So it's not just use it 50 times or use it 100 times or anything like that. It's obviously, you have to be lucky enough to crit hit with it. Crit hit with it. Right. Anyway, before we get distracted with all that, I'm going to get on my steed. I'm going to go over to here. I don't think there's 12 wargs. I think there were like 7 or 8 maybe. But I mean, 7 or 8 is better than 1 or 2 along the way. And I guess, you know, coming back, we should quite easily be able to, you know, find enough that will fix it. If I get 8, that puts me up to 9. If I can find 3, it's probably quite easy to find 3 by the time we get back. We do need to make sure they count. Doesn't look like those count. But I do have one over here. So I guess I can start running around and defeating you. And yeah, we'll just see where it goes from here. I'm not gonna... Well, I guess we're the furthest away we can really get. Or I guess maybe this area. I'm gonna quickly run over to that area, because I think that might be it. But I'm going to start from the very furthest area. So it was originally going to be here, but it's now going to be over there. I'm going to start from the very furthest area, make my way back, and kill whoever I see on the way back in terms of wargs. That way I can, you know, give myself the most chance of getting it all sorted. And yeah, so it looks like it is at that area. So we can kill all the ones here. As I said, we'll have like maybe 2 or 3 more to kill during the entire walk back through this entire orange area. And then we'll defeat some some Gaunt men to complete Book 10. What's it called? Breeders of the Dead. So, yeah, should be good. Yeah, so what do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 here. Possibly a few more. At the very least it's 6, that puts us up to 8. So that's more than halfway through. Oh yeah, that's just my LOTRO points that I got from that. Completion, because we got for whatever the thing was, for Swift to Anger we got 5 LOTRO points, and for this we got the trait point, so that's what our rewards were, which is good. Alright. I think I'm getting the hang of it a little bit more. We're not really unless I'm going into battles one after the other constantly, I'm not actually reaching that low morale. Even though we are only one level above. Like, we're not overpowering them massively, which I think is a good thing. And we are just able to run battle into battle into battle, which is, as I said, a good little improvement for us. So what's this going to put us? This will put us on 9, that'll put us on 10. So we're actually 8 here, as I had said earlier. And then I can only assume we will be able to find at least 2 on our way back. Right, you come over here. Maybe even some will spawn back here. I don't think so. I think we've killed them fast enough where that won't happen. So, yeah, let's make our way back now. 2 wargs. We're on our lookout for 2 wargs to defeat. As I said, going through the entirety of this and like not finding at least 2 is very, very unlikely unless someone else is specifically going out of their way and attacking them. But even then, they should spawn back. Like, I don't think you can really go over that massive an area. So I think we'll be good. I think definitely we should be fine. This will be where I don't find any now. I can guarantee it. We're not technically in the area yet, so that's good. We'll go. I guess we can follow the path. I do see you. Hello. I don't really want to come over here because you had an enemy with you, but I think we should be fine. They're not high morale. And it's for a deed, I guess. Same for these wargs, actually. Luckily, the wargs are killing. Like, we've like doing enmity and slayer of the wargs in parallel. They're both 50 for the deed, and we're both now 38 of out of 50. So that's good. Okay, I am just that slow. How do people deal with this? How do you deal with not having a hunter with you all times? Or at least, yeah, I guess being a hunter or at least having one in your fellowship for that extra 20% boost as a constant. So slow. I don't think they'll be on this left side. I think they're more on the right side area. Case in point. This will be our last one, and then we'll run over for the Gaunt men. But yeah, I think it's more spiders this side, with a few wargs sprinkled in. But there we are. That is us done with that quest now. So we now need to go. What's the quest say? So yeah, the Gaunt men dwell in the ruins to the far east of Harrogmar. Radagast told you of the Gaunt men, necromancers in the service of Sauron, who are responsible for the emergence of these wights. He asks you to defeat the war singers and bring them their sigil. He can then determine which of the Gaunt-Lords they serve. So that's the ones like on the staircase we have, where they've got a spawned-in wight with them. I know where at least 2 are as a guarantee. There's one sort of in that area there, and there's one on the stairway. And then a few sprinkled through. So at the very worst, we can, that's why there's only 5, because there's a lot less of them. But it shouldn't be that difficult for us to find 5, defeat 5, or at least wait around for a little bit to just wait for 1 or 2 to respawn. I think I can at least find 3 very easily. I definitely can find 2. A 3rd shouldn't be too difficult, and then if we have to wait for 2 sets to respawn, then it's not a huge deal, I think. So should be good, and I guess we can go around killing some regular old enemies, hoping to get those crit hits with wild attack whilst we wait. So all is good. There's also one up here. I think so. No, there isn't. Okay, I thought there was, but there isn't. Maybe they're not guaranteed spawns, but I'm pretty sure every time I've come up here, I've seen them. If there isn't one over here, it's up here, I think. Okay, they look like these 2 are at least guaranteed spawns, because I see them up there as well. So War Singers 2,400. You've only got 1,182 morale. So it should be a case of we'll defeat the Gaunt summoned in enemy first. My only worry is I don't know if he can spawn them back in or summon them back in, I guess would be a better way of saying it. Though hopefully he sort of focuses on us more than summoning in another one. Oh no, he does. But, oh, and they don't even count towards a deed. I was going to say, what an amazing way of being constantly in a battle and just completing a deed, but... So we do definitely then need to focus on the actual War Singer first. So I'll have them targeted, which pretty much means I think most of the attack will be focused on them, and then the rest of the attacks will just sort of be an AoE general thing. I'm going to wait for this Bile Spear to go. I don't want... What I'll do is I'll probably run halfway up the stairs just to stop aggro of other things. Or I guess I could... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to not aggro the other one. Because I don't want 4 enemies possibly now. Yeah, 4 enemies on my attacking me at the same time. I'm gonna run, defeat you. Hopefully get these guys. And then these foul wrigglers can just... I'm running away. That's really not how I wanted that to go. That was probably worst case scenario just then. What I'll do is use this so I can at least attack you and get my morale back. We'll probably throw some Daleman's Crams on just to help us out that little bit extra. Because as we just saw, that can end badly for us. And at least then we've got a little bit of like 15 minutes, no, 5 minutes rather, of that. Which again, I really need to get my food sorted, but I haven't really had the chance. Right. Okay, perfect. You didn't aggro anybody else. I mean, I'm missing constantly, but at least you didn't aggro anybody else. I'm going to bring you over here where no other enemies should be following us. And then we'll do what we need to do. Okay. So really, my main plan right now, trying to get Wild Attack to do what we need to do, is just using Wild Attack until we get enough further for an AoE. That's sort of what I've been mainly doing. You know, I guess it works. I'm going to see if it's taken me long enough to... I don't have any Purge Poison, it's really annoying. Okay, they aren't spawned back yet. And you don't count. Well then. I'm going to wait for you to go. I mean, at least, you're a good master. You don't just go around doing nothing. So I hear someone. Someone's around. Over there, it's just a general sound I hear. I'm gonna have a little bit of a walk around. We've got... Okay, we don't actually have sprint back. Is it just called sprint? It is just called sprint. I guess I'm gonna attack you for a little bit. Just till someone comes back. And it's really, really creepily quiet here. Have you noticed? Very, very, very quiet. As I said though, it's very easy for us to find 3, it's just we have to wait for these to respawn. Which means this one, yep, should be back, which means, luckily for us, we don't actually have to go much further. All we've got to do is run into battle, do what we need to do, use our AoE skill. This time we can focus on only defeating the War Singer first. which is the main plan. The only annoying thing is he summons, so I don't think we have any skills that sort of can daze at the moment. I mean, fight on, we actually have that. We should probably use that every so often. 3% of max morale every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. So, I mean, if we're getting low, that is also an alternative for our health, as well as bracing attack. But if bracing attack is already in use, then we need to do that. I'm going to wait for him to go pi. About that far. Then we'll let fly. And then I'm going to try using fight on. I also need to check. Oh, actually, no, I do have a thing to daze. So, I mean, if he starts to try and do that, we can daze him. I'm going to try and use that. So every 2 seconds we get 78 morale, which is 3% of our max. Which I don't think is enough to, you know, dispel 3 or 4 enemies attacking us, but it's something. That on top of our Daleman's Crams, our bracing attack and stuff like that, we have quite a few ways, and our morale pots, we do have quite a few ways of surviving. I've also noticed, unless I just keep accidentally selling them, I haven't gotten any level 25 power pots yet. It's only morale pots that I've got. So I don't know if I'm just being unlucky or these guys just don't want to drop them. But nonetheless, we will be heading back now. We have a few quests to give in. I thought I had died then. I was actually really concerned. I'm just going to use sprint. I don't really want to deal with this thing. We have 4 quests to give in. 4? 4. Yeah, 4 quests to give in. All should be within Osgiliath. 3 of them is to Grimdeal, and then 1 of them to Radagast. As I said last time, it always seems we end on a Radagast, but I'm okay with that. He's our main person for the epic quests at the moment. So, I mean, not much I can do. So, I'm going to take this off our tracker for the moment, just so we can focus on, obviously, the quests. But yeah, once I'm out of battle, which I am now, I'm going to get on my steed. We will circle around, go back onto the path, and head back to Osgiliath. And we should... Actually, I'm not even going to bother with the path. I can just go straight for it. I'm clever enough, hopefully, to not run straight into enemies, though I do seem to do that quite a lot. Mainly when I can't see their names, and I'm not paying attention to the map, like I nearly just did there. But, yeah, 4 quests to do. We've still got the double XP from that, so even without the bonus XP, which we've used up just from killing enemies, I'm pretty sure we're going to level up today. That gives us another... Actually, it won't. It won't give us another trait point, but we have 3 available. We got 1 from leveling up, or 2 from leveling up previously, and 1 from completing that thing for the deed. You, I don't really need to worry about for the moment. Grimdeal is the guy over here. So, I think we just said we're going to go for the armband. It's not a huge one, though.
What's your name?
This, we're going to go with the Defender's Blade and swap that out for the Brigand Blade.
Greetings.
And... I'll go for this. It's a one-handed hammer. It's not as high damage and less vitality increase. But I want the might I'm getting from the Defender's Blade. Maybe we'll go with this, just in case we want the extra armor for anything. I don't think we will, but just in case. And then we will swap this out. For that, it's not going to give us any morale or anything. It does give us the 15 might still. Nothing really changed except our base damage from the weapon. So that's fine. And then before I sell all this stuff, which I'll do in between episodes, I want to just go through it all. But most of it we probably will just end up selling. But once again, up to Radagast. Have you got anything to give us? You give us a redstone and the boots. So I am going to have to clear out an inventory slot for you. I guess we'll swap out this might one that we swapped out last time. And I think that this we swapped out. So we'll just get rid of them. We're only going to get 3 things anyway.
There is a Gaunt-Lord here.
These sigils bear the mark of Ivar the Bloodhound. He is a powerful lord of the Gaunt-Men and a dangerous and vile creature. It is used behind the corruption of the Red Swamp. Why would a creature such as Ivar travel so far from Angmar? Power, perhaps? What drew him here? Well, we've seen him before, haven't we? What did I say I was going to get? I mean, that gives us more vitality, but we lose the might. And the Great Axe was just yeah, it was the Great Axe because it had 42 might with it. Talk to Arik the Stone Speaker at Harlow. That's down the down south of us. Let's quickly check on the map outside. So that is down here at the campsite. So that's going to be a pretty easy walk, actually. I don't think there's many enemies, or maybe it's just the amount of times I've gone down there for the in-league challenge, or in-league delivery. I've just haven't been attacked by any because I've overpowered them. But yeah, we'll go do that in the next episode. I'm going to go sell some stuff, make sure everything's fine, clear out my inventory as I need to, and then we will go talk to Arik in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.